Joining us now via Zoom from Israel, having just come back from Geneva, is Lebna Zmir. Thank you so much for being here, and what a big accomplishment to see you in Geneva, strong and confident. Thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Emily.
I want to start by telling us about your very interesting story. I mean, you were so young. You're not more than like 30 years old, but you were born in Cairo. Your family deported to Israel, and I know that it really shaped your entire life, this experience over 35 years. Tell us what happened.
Well, what happened is my story begins in May 14, 1948, the day David Ben-Gurion declared establishment of the State of Israel. At midnight, 10 Egyptian officers broke into our house, searching everywhere. They opened closets, drawers, they cut mattresses. They found nothing and they left. They did the same to my uncle, Habib Vidal, the brother of my father, Victor Vidal. They did the same. They searched, they found nothing, but they took him to prison. They say, you are a Zionist. Well, he wasn't. He just wasn't Zionist. We had, adolescents, a group of adolescents in a Zionist movement like Maccabi, Sport, all this, but not the generation of my father. They gave a lot of money to Palestine, to Eretz Israel, but they never thought about leaving Egypt. It was too much good, But after 1.5 years in prison, the authorities came to my uncle telling him, if you want to be released from prison, you have to leave Egypt immediately from prison to the ship in Alexandria, wherever you want to go, with no return. Roha بدون رجعة, رحلة بدون رجعة in all the languages, aller sans retour. Well, if it's not expulsion, what it is? And they came to my father telling him, if you want to see your brother, well, go this day, this hour to the ship in Alexandria, and اتفضل يا خواجة Vidal. You are invited to be with him. Well, we didn't have more to understand that we had to leave. And we left just one bag to each one of us and 20 pounds. That's it.
Now you've, dedicated your life to really righting some of these wrongs. I mean, we know living here in Israel, just how many, Moroccan Jews, Libyans, Tunisia, the whole gamut. I mean, there were about 1 million before the foundation of the State of Israel. Now there's less than 20,000. Explain why this isn't just that people left to want to go to Israel. It really was in many ways, what you call an ethnic cleansing in many ways.
Well, I just was, as you said, at the General Assembly of the United Nations in Geneva to represent this almost million of Jews. They were uprooted from their 11 countries, Islamic countries. What I wanted to present at the United Nations is the report, a groundbreaking report of JEJA, Justice for Jews from Arab Countries. It's a 5 years research about these million Jews from Arab countries, from the Middle East, from North Africa and Iran, bringing the 2,500 years of Jews as living in these countries. And all of a sudden, after the Islamic era, during 1,000 years, we were what we call Ahl al-Dimma, the Dhimmi, humiliated, persecuted, paying high ransom to the authorities. So it was so difficult. But again, what happened is in the mid-century, all of a sudden, these million Jews found themselves out of the Arab countries. Only in Israel you can find these Jews from Arab countries. And this report is very important because finally it brings to the United Nations the truth, not half-truths. Until now, the United Nations, they deal only with half of the truth of the Palestinians, the Arabs from Eretz Israel. Well, but they didn't want to hear us. All of a sudden now, something happened, I don't know what, and they agreed to hear us at the General Assembly of the United Nations. So it's important because they saw something in this research they didn't know. You know, this research include also the 263 billion of dollars we left in these 11 Arab countries.
Wow.
So it's huge. Only Egypt, we left something like $60,000 million. I am sure it was more because in this research they wanted only the documents. If we didn't have documents, we couldn't put it in this research.
Right.
So this report of JJAC, Justice for Jews from Arab Countries, is very important. It's a groundbreaking research. And I am, after all these years I worked for this, I am really glad that we have been heard at the General Assembly of the United Nations.
For sure, you are such an interesting woman and such a pioneer for blazing this trail of spending, so much of your career and life in, finding the documents to prove this. So you should be very proud of you, and kol hakavod. Thank you so much.
Thank you.